Shadowbrook kids, it's me Gideon and welcome to my bedroom. We're gonna have a fun day planned for you. Now on to worship.
Grant from Shadowbrook Kids News, and today's top story is pandas breaking out of zoos all across the world, and scientists say they are looking for peanut butter sandwiches. So whatever you do, don't make yourself a peanut butter sandwich and keep your doors locked. Now to go to the sports. Now to Hudson, trying to break the world record of number of times a cush ball is bounced. Let's see how he's doing. 1. Oh, that fell. Hit him. Well, thanks Hudson. Good luck with that. Now an update on the pandas. Apparently they can drive cars now and they love broccoli. So vegetarians beware and just stay off the roads. Now to the weather.
Today's weather is sunny and cool.
Thanks Ethan for that weather update. I really appreciate that. Now that's all for the news. So
Run, save yourself! Thank you guys for our news, weather, and sports. Gosh, my room is messy. I could probably get lost in here. Well, anyways. Now it's time for the question of the week. And then our story.
You know, I'm going with Bartholomew. Bible doesn't tell us a lot about Bartholomew, but I bet he's misplacing his wallet all the time.
You know what? I bet it was Thaddeus, of course. Good old Thad, always losing his things. Or it was Judas.
Okay, kids, what we're going to do right now is recite the books of the Bible. There's 66 books in the Bible, and in this song, we're going to recite them together. You ready to do it with me? All right, here we go. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges, Ruth, 1st and 2nd Samuel, 1st and 2nd Kings, 1st and 2nd Chronicles, Ezra, Nehemiah, Esther, Job, Psalms, Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, Song of Solomon, Isaiah, Jeremiah, Lamentations, Ezekiel, Daniel, Hosea, Joel, Amos, Obadiah, Jonah, Micah, Nahum, Habakkuk, Zephaniah, Haggai, Zechariah, Malachi. That's the Old Testament, now on to the New. That's the Old Testament, now on to the New. That's the Old Testament, now on to the New. What? On to the New. What? On to the New. Matthew, Mark, and Luke, and John, Acts, Romans, 1 Corinthians, 2 Corinthians, Galatians, Ephesians, Philippians, Colossians, 1 Thessalonians, 2 Thessalonians, 1st and 2nd Timothy, Titus, Philemon, Hebrews, James, 1st and 2nd Peter, 1st John, 2nd John, 3rd John, Jude, Revelation. That's the books of the Bible. You gotta know the books. That's the books of the Bible. You gotta know the books. That's the books of the Bible. You gotta know the books. What? You gotta know the books. What? You gotta know the books. Okay, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna speed it up a little bit, and we're gonna do it again. You ready? Here we go. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges, Ruth, 1st and 2nd Samuel, 1st and 2nd Kings, 1st and 2nd Chronicles, Ezra, Nehemiah, Esther, Job, Psalms, Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, Song of Solomon, Isaiah, Jeremiah, Lamentations, Ezekiel, Daniel, Hosea, Joel, Amos, Obadiah, Jonah, Micah, Nahum, Habakkuk, Zephaniah, Haggai, Zechariah, Malachi. That's the Old Testament, now on to the New. That's the Old Testament, now on to the New. That's the Old Testament, now on to the New. What? On to the New. What? On to the New. Matthew, Mark, and Luke, and John, Acts, Romans, 1 Corinthians, Corinthians, 2 Corinthians, Galatians, Ephesians, Philippians, Colossians, 1 Thessalonians, 2 Thessalonians, 1 and 2 Timothy, Titus, Philemon, Hebrews, James, 1 and 2 Peter, 1 John, 2 John, 3 John, Jude, Revelation. That's the books of the Bible. You gotta know the books. That's the books of the Bible. You gotta know the books. That's the books of the Bible. You gotta know the books. What? You gotta know the books. What? You gotta know the books. Woo! Now that was fast, but we're gonna go even faster this time. So catch your breath. We're gonna do it again from the beginning. Here we go. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges, Ruth, 1 and 2 Samuel, 1 and 2 Kings, 1 and 2 Chronicles, Ezra, Nehemiah, Esther, Job, Psalms, Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, Song of Solomon, Isaiah, Jeremiah, Lamentations, Ezekiel, Daniel, Hosea, Joel, Amos, Obadiah, Jonah, Micah, Nahum, Habakkuk, Zephaniah, Haggai, Zechariah, Malachi. That's the Old Testament, now on to the New. That's the Old Testament, now on to the New. That's the Old Testament, now on to the New. What? On to the New. What? On to the New. Matthew, Mark, and Luke, and John, Acts, Romans, 1 Corinthians, 2 Corinthians, Galatians, Ephesians, Philippians, Colossians, 1 Thessalonians, 2 Thessalonians, 1 and 2 Timothy, Titus, Philemon, Hebrews, James, 1 and 2 Peter, 1 John, 2 John, 3 John, Jude, Revelation. That's the books of the Bible. You gotta know the books. That's the books of the Bible. You gotta know the books. That's the books of the Bible. You gotta know the books. What? You gotta know the books. What? You gotta know the books. Okay. Now, if you got that, we're gonna try to go even faster this time. Nah, I'm just playing. This is as fast as we're gonna go. You got it? That was fun. I think I'm gonna include something a little bit later on that you can try it yourself. But for now.
Do you have a favorite story that your mom or dad tells you every single night? Did you know that Jesus also tells stories in the Bible? Except he called them parables. Now, a parable is something that Jesus used to teach people important lessons. He told stories about different things, sometimes about people or plants or animals. These stories help us understand what God is telling us to do. Today, we are going to learn about 3 different parables that Jesus told in the Bible. Our first parable is called the parable of the lost sheep. Once upon a time, there was a shepherd. We don't know his name, so let's just call him Bob. Bob had 100 sheep. That's so many sheep. Can you imagine being surrounded by 100 sheep all the time? But one day, something happened, and one of his sheep went missing. I mean, what can you do? You lose a sheep sometimes, am I right? He still had 99 others. But instead of worrying about the 99 sheep he still had, he dropped everything and went to look for that one sheep. Bob looked high and low, and then he found the sheep. He was so excited. He brought that sheep back home, and then he went out into the town and he told them that it was time to celebrate because his lost sheep had returned. Jesus finishes this parable by explaining that God loves us the way that shepherd loved his sheep. Heaven rejoices and has a party every time someone comes back to God. Our second parable is about something we all have to learn about: money. I had some money once, but then I lost it. Actually, the same thing happened to a woman who had 10 silver coins. The Bible doesn't say her name, but let's call her Lady Silly Pants. Lady Silly Pants had 10 coins, but then she lost one. 10 minus 1 is 9, so she still had a lot of coins, but she was sad. She really wanted to find that one lost coin. So she did what anybody would do. She began to look everywhere. She swept the house, turned on all the lights, and searched every room in the whole house. And guess what? She found it! She was so excited that she ran outside and told everyone in the town how she had found her lost coin, and everyone celebrated with her. This is just like our last story. Anytime someone who has left God's teaching decides to come back, heaven rejoices. God is overjoyed. This last parable is a doozy. That means it's all sorts of crazy. You'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll laugh again. This story is about a father and two sons. The sons were both supposed to get a lot of money from the father one day, but the younger son, we'll call him Spider-Man, decided he wanted it now. The father agreed and gave Spider-Man all of the money he was supposed to have. So then Spider-Man left home and he started spending his money like crazy. Shopkins, Barbies, My Little Ponies, you name it, he bought it. Until one day, he ran out of money, just as a famine struck the land. A famine means that there was no food anywhere, not in the fridge, not in the pantry, not at the grocery store. Spider-Man was out of options. He had to get a job. So he found a job at a local farm feeding pigs. The work was messy and unpleasant, but he didn't have anywhere else to go. He was so hungry that he actually thought about eating the pigs' food. One day, he decided he had to go home. He decided he would go home and beg his father to let him return and just treat him like a servant. So off he went to see his dad again. When he returned, he thought his father would be so angry at him. But it turns out Spider-Man's father was overjoyed. He was so happy that his son had come home. He told all the servants that it was time to celebrate. He gave Spider-Man a special ring and a special robe, and they began to prepare an amazing feast to celebrate the fact that his lost son had finally come home. Spider-Man's older brother, we'll call him Leroy, was not so excited to see Spider-Man again. He thought that Spider-Man shouldn't be treated so well because he had made so many mistakes. He told his dad how he felt, and the dad told him, "Son, everything I have is yours. We have to celebrate. Your brother was lost and now is found." This story, just like all the others, is another great example of how heaven celebrates when someone comes back to God. God is so happy when someone who has stopped following him decides to start again. The Bible says that Jesus came especially for this reason. He was sent to find all the lost people who had strayed away from God and to show them the way back to God's kingdom. When Jesus died on the cross, he made it possible for everyone who believes that Jesus is God's son to be with him someday in heaven. So if you've ever lost a sheep or some money or you ran away from home, God says there's always room for you to come back.
Welcome, YouTubers, back with another video.
Back with what else?
More birthdays.
More birthdays. That's right. We're going to wish some kids happy birthday today. So,
We got Jamie Burns.
Jamie Burns, Knox Reed, and last but not least, a very happy first birthday to our man, Jake Miller, who's having his first birthday. So happy birthday, you three. Have a great week and a great time at school or at home. You should go clean your room. No. Have a good week. Is that how you do it?
No,
Is that?
I could do it better.
Oh, okay.
Hi, I'm Grant from Shadowbrook Kids News. Today's story is Pandas.
What's up, YouTubers? Welcome back to a new video.
This is not YouTube. Well, yes, it will be on YouTube, actually.
That's what I said.
That's it.
Cut that part.
All right.
Today live on Panda Headquarters, we're talking about pandas, and more pandas. Today, pandas from space that have no noses have come down from space. Here are a few images of these pandas, and we have one right here with us today. Thank you, Clark. Now, for the image. Today, news, I just drank a okay.